Hello everybody, Mark here from EverythingSoccer, and welcome to the next video of my Champions League knockout stage predictions. So in the last video I predicted the first knockout stage involving these teams, and as you can see I actually managed to get all of them right, picking all the group winners. And oddly enough, since I got all these points, my percentage for this whole game, which is run by ESPN, a link will be in the description if you want to play this game as well. But I've actually at 71.5%. I've gotten, that's the total percentage of points that I've gotten out of how many possible points, and that's after missing these first 6 rounds of picks. So moving on to the quarterfinals, which are coming up in the next few weeks. We have 4 matchups to pick from. So let's get right into it. First off is Manchester United versus Bayern Munich. Now, Manchester United were pretty shaky in the round of 16. They barely got past Olympiacos 3-2, courtesy of a Robin van Persie hat-trick in the second leg. And now with Robin van Persie injured and out most likely for both legs against Bayern Munich, chances are looking slim for Manchester United to advance. Just today, Bayern actually clinched the Bundesliga in March, and this is the earliest that's ever been done. So you can just imagine that Bayern are just going to go all out in the remaining cup competitions they're in, and the Champions League is no exception. For these reasons, it's pretty clear to me that Bayern Munich is going to advance. Moving on to the next one, Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. Now, as you can see, the percentage picked, most people have Barcelona, and really I can see why you would think that. But I do want to give Atletico Madrid some credit. They are having a sensational season this year. They're still in front of Barcelona in the league, but despite that, they're still getting overlooked by a lot of people this year. What I find really interesting about this matchup is that, well, it happened before. At the start of this year, in the Spanish Super Cup, it was Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid in a very similar format, a home and away leg. The first leg finished 1-1 in Madrid, and the second leg finished 0-0 at Barcelona, with Barcelona winning due to away goals. So, when you think about it, Atletico Madrid didn't even lose to Barcelona, so I think that a lot of people are overlooking Atletico Madrid because Barcelona in the past has always been a Champions League power and Atletico Madrid has never really stood a chance against them. Atletico Madrid have even proven that they can hold their own against them, and who knows what could happen. Despite me backing up Atletico Madrid so much, still, it is really hard to pick them over Barcelona. Both teams are still very much in the title race in La Liga, with taking up second and third place behind Real Madrid. So both of them will be heavily competing to stay in that race. But don't mix that up with the Champions League. Both of these clubs want to advance past the quarterfinals, and this will probably be the most heated tie of the round, considering both of these teams are from Spain. So my conclusion, I can't really give too much details. I'm going to pick Barcelona, but I do think it's going to be close. I am really unsure. I can see Diego Costa really doing well in some games and scoring a lot of goals. He's really been in form in the Champions League this year, and he could be Barcelona's downfall. But in the end, the Champions League experience that Barcelona has, I think at least, will be too much for Atletico Madrid. Okay, halfway done. The next one is Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. I'm sure we all remember the semifinal last year, in which Borussia Dortmund just inched by Real Madrid after some last-minute comebacks. So this year, as you can see by the percentage picked over here, pretty much everyone's picking Real Madrid, and really, I can't see why you wouldn't. Borussia Dortmund are a weaker team this year, and although their league has been decided, I still don't think just focusing all their efforts on the Champions League is going to change anything. Real Madrid have just too much firepower to lose to this Borussia Dortmund squad. Okay, so the last game is the most interesting, at least in my opinion. PSG versus Chelsea. PSG is probably the team I would support out of these remaining 8. And Chelsea, I don't really like too much. Being a fan of Everton, I want to see Premier League clubs do well, but at the same time, I would prefer to have Chelsea not win. So this is odd. This, as opposed to all the other ones where there's clear favorites. This matchup, the people participating in this game can't really decide a clear winner. Chelsea has a slim lead in the percentage picked, but really it's still just a toss-up. This percentage pick could swap before the game even starts. Look at that, 57%. That's how close this is. And I agree, this is going to be a very close game, but when you look at both of the squads, Chelsea do like to defend and then just pick out the weaknesses of the other team most of the time, which means hitting them on the counterattack. And PSG, pretty much, I can't really judge too much because I've definitely watched more Chelsea than I have PSG, but we're all aware that of the talented players that are on the PSG squad. Players like Ibra, Cavani, Lucas, Lavezzi, all these players you would think would be able to unlock the Chelsea defense at least once or twice. So because of this, I am picking PSG, but I'm really split on this. There's a little bit of bias going in this decision because I want PSG to advance. But I do know that Chelsea's defense is going to be really tough to break down. But I would have to think that Ibra is going to have something to say about that. So there you have it. These are my 4 picks for the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Hopefully we can get them all right, just like we did the round of 16. But I don't know if that's going to happen. The Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and the PSG versus Chelsea matchups are really tight to call, and I really can't decide who's going to be a winner. It's going to be really interesting to watch. That's about the only thing I can guarantee. Again, if you want to play this game along with me, I'll leave a link in the description to the ESPN website where you can submit your picks as well. Thanks for watching.